Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. So I did a community post, but I don't know how soon people see it. But I just wanted to discuss what I just found out like maybe 20, 30 minutes ago. So I was scrolling on Instagram when the first thing that popped up when I got back on Instagram was Mia X posting something stating that she already knew that Kelly Price was fine. She knows for a fact that she's fine because she heard her voice, meaning she's spoken to Kelly Price. And she's saying that her body has gone through so much because she's fighting COVID and all this other stuff. And that's pretty much leaving everybody who has already seen this feeling like, okay, if we already are fans of hers, we know that she had COVID, but why is it that she's talking to you and not talking to her kids or to her sister? Now, my thing is this, like I put on the community post, I'm well aware that there are people who have issues within their families and they fall out and all this other stuff. But if it was my mama, I've had moments where I wasn't on the greatest terms with my mama, but I still would let her know what was going on. They still would know. If it was something like that going on, they would definitely know I'm alive, even if you don't see me. Because, like I've told, people who actually follow me on here, who are subscribed to me on here, y'all already know that I don't live near my family. And so, what I do is when I get off work, I'll get home and I will send them video messages, let them know I'm okay, tell them about my day and what I might be about to do and all this other stuff so that they can have a piece of me and know that I am okay. Pretty much my rendition of holding up a newspaper with today's date on it and saying, "Hey y'all, I'm alive." Even though I ain't got nothing going on, ain't nothing to really discuss. I went to work and came home. But I'm just trying to understand what is really going on because at this point, there are people who are genuine fans of Kelly Price. But now, because every time you look up, there's another development, and it's like, is the boyfriend controlling you? Okay, if the boyfriend's not controlling you, then why do you have your lawyer speaking for you? And now, since this has come out, that Mia X already knew about you being okay enough to even speak so that she could hear your voice and know that you were indeed okay and not, unconscious and all the other things that we have heard horror stories about as far as people who have had and been battled, who have actually battled COVID have experienced, meaning they don't know what's going on. They may live, they may not live. So it's like, what is going on to where your own family don't know what's going on? So yeah, like I put on the community post, I felt like if we ever got any news, that it would come from the family. I don't know what her relationship is with her sister, but I thought that she had a decent relationship with her son. So I felt like if any information were to come out, it would come from the son. So when I saw that, I was like, you on the phone talking to Mia X. Okay. So wherever you are, why is it that your boyfriend, fiance, or whatever he is to you in this moment, why is it that he didn't tell the police what was going on? He's not being cooperative. Like, what's going on? If you were at the house where they actually showed up at and you were there, why is it that they weren't allowed to come into the home to lay eyes on you so that it could be reported back to your family that you were okay, but you just didn't want to talk to them? Like, even though it's crazy to me, I'm like, the least you could have done was to at least text them and say, I'm fine. Which to me still wouldn't have been enough because in my mind, I would have been like, oh no, because the family might already thought, even before all of this happened, that the boyfriend is controlling or something like that. So I would have been needing to see her have the phone held up to her face and see her being alert. Even if she's not able to speak that well, I would have needed to see her being alert and wave and be like, write a note, some if you can. I had a friend who had COVID that I went to college with. We didn't know what was going on with her. Then one day she appeared on social media and like she does not speak the same way again. Like she did a whole thing that was a whole rundown of what all went down with her. She had to get full therapy again. Like she had to learn how to speak. She had to learn how to move her limbs, walk, all of that again. So I understand how serious it can get. So my thing is this. Kelly knew the people that loved her. She knew the people who have love for her. Let me put it like that, because I understand that some people might be like, well, you don't know me like that. You can't say that these people love me and whatever. We love your music. My thing is this. Anybody who's ever followed her and have seen interviews or have seen anything that she's had going on, we know that she's not like super bubbly and all the other stuff. Like we know she's a no nonsense type of person. So there have been things that have come out and we know that it hasn't all gone down amazingly well. She hasn't had the greatest luck in the relationship department, but we were hoping the best for this situation. But a lot of stuff just keeps coming up looking crazy. Something in the milk ain't clean. It's like, what's going on? I'm just confused in this moment as to why Mama Mia X, was the one who was able to get communication from you and not your family members. Like, is there something going on within your family where y'all ain't speaking? Y'all ain't on speaking terms and all of that? Because everybody was just looking like, why is the lawyer speaking on your behalf? Like, what? Why is that the case? And then like I told y'all yesterday, Maddie was the first person that I saw say something about it a little while back. And I was like, yeah, I noticed she ain't say nothing, but I just felt like, she was battling and trying to get through it. And that's why I prayed for her and went on about my business and was just like, okay, that's probably what it is. Nobody has said anything. Thank goodness. Hopefully she's just recovering and making sure that she's on the other side of it. That's what I'm thinking has happened. But then all of this started happening and I'm just like, what? So y'all help me understand. Do y'all understand this? Does it make sense to y'all that she reached out to Mia X, or however the communication even happened, and she actually heard her voice versus her own family? Because from what I'm hearing, her family, they were not the ones who heard her voice. We're hearing that Mia X heard her voice. And I mean, maybe there were other people that she reached out to as well, but as of right now, the first person that I saw that said they had any interaction with her, like right now, recently, is Mia X. That's wild to me. But anyway, y'all, I just figured I'd ask y'all about it and, update y'all on what I saw and see if y'all saw it too and see if y'all can understand any of this, because it's not making sense to me. Like, it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Despite whatever is going on, I still hope nothing but the best for her. And I hope that everything turns out well.